Listening 3.4. Claire.
In a store in the US, when you go to the checkout counter to pay, the salesperson always thanks you and says, "Have a nice day." For Americans, this is standard polite behavior. However, some visitors to the US find this expression, "have a nice day," very annoying. They say it's a sign that Americans are not sincere. You know, the salesperson doesn't really care if you have a nice day or not. I understand what they mean, but personally I really like it. I prefer the people who serve me in stores and restaurants to be polite and friendly, even if they're not 100% sincere. And the Americans are very good at that.
Paul.
Well, some Chinese refer to Americans as the thank you people because of our constant use of the phrase. You don't usually hear the Chinese say please or thank you. It's just not part of their culture. In fact, the standard Chinese answer to thank you means something like, you don't have to be that polite. So I would say, yes, we are polite, and we do use please and thank you a lot. A Chinese friend suggested that this might be because Americans generally don't know any other words in Chinese, but I don't think this is really fair. I think it's more a cultural thing.
Andrea.
I saw a survey the other day that said that Americans themselves feel they are not as polite as they used to be. 69% said that Americans are ruder now than they were 20 or 30 years ago. Many people blame this on the faster pace of life in the U.S. today. About 70% said that parents were to blame for not teaching their children good manners. They also said that kids saw too many examples of rude behavior on TV. I agree. I think we used to be polite, but we aren't anymore, especially young people.
Marcos.
In my job, I've met a lot of Americans, and I think they're polite in the way they talk and also in the way they respect other people's opinions. And their manners in general are good. Okay, this isn't true of all Americans. Some of the tourists that come here can be pretty loud and pushy, especially if they don't get the service they want. And they don't always know or respect some of our customs. I mean, you see Americans dressed in shorts, t-shirts, and sandals trying to go into a really nice restaurant. Then they don't understand why they can't do that, even when they see that all the local people are very nicely dressed. But in general, I think the majority are okay.